Hello, guys. My name is Carol, and today I'm gonna tell you a story. So let's begin. The story is called The First Suspect, and it's by Agatha Christie. Agatha Christie was one of the biggest names in crime fiction, and this book was released in the year 1930. So let's start with the story. Five friends, Colonel Bantry, Jenny Helia, Dr. Lord, Miss Marple, and Sir Henry, are discussing unsolved crimes. Son Henry tells the story of Fraulein Wilson, a German man who lives in fear and moves to a small town with his niece Greta, his secretary, Charles Templeton, and other two servants. Greta and Templeton fall in love, which makes him seem loyal. When Wilson dies after falling from the stairs, it looks like an accident, but some Henrys believe it was a crime. So, Templeton becomes a suspect, especially after destroying a letter and receiving one from Germany. St. Henry's doubt him, but does not want to believe he is guilty because Templeton works for him. Then, Greta asks St. Henry to clear Templeton's name, but this is part of her plan to make him look guilty. So, Miss Marple discovers a hidden message in a letter. The first letter of each sentence form the word death. This shows the crime was planned. In the end, Greta is the killer. She used her relationship with Templeton to incriminate him, and then she escapes punishment. But Miss Marple says justice will come one day. This was the story. So, right now, let's analyze a little bit. In the story, we have a little bit of unusual words. For example, plump, that means fat, and fluency, that means fragile. And the the verbs that we use on this history is on the gerund and the simple past. For example, he's tossing across the table like that and pretending he knew nothing about it. That's in the page 11. So the verb tossing and the verb pretending, those verbs are on the gerund, and the verb knew is on the simple past. A gerund verb is when we are doing an action right now. So, for example, I'm talking right now. This is an action in the gerund. And he knew this action is in the past. So, it's an action who was done in the past. And let's see a little bit about my opinion. So I think Agatha Christie is amazing and she can write amazing histories in a little simple way. So the history is made in an environment in the England from the 19th century. She write little good characters and the moral of the history is also good. The moral is that nobody can go away without facing the consequence of their actions. And this is my reference. Thank you so much.